Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. I hope everyone is still recovering from, or everyone has recovered from the big win at Anfield on Sunday. United coming out of there with a 2-1 win in an epic fashion of a Maguire header. Listen, I'm happy that we got the win. I'm happy that we're still celebrating about it, but it's a new week. It is time to move on. I'm sorry to say, it is time to move on. It was great, but the players have a new game this week. They have Brighton on Sunday, or not on Sunday, on Saturday. So that's what we have to look at. So again, I hope everyone again loved it, celebrated it. I'm enjoying everyone's posts and seeing the media and the YouTube channels talking about it, but it is now time to get back to work with what's happening now. So like I mentioned, Brighton is on Saturday, so that's the next game. Episode for that will be coming out on Thursday. I'll be recording it. It will be out late Thursday. But here we are. It's the new week. So, but before we begin, always subscribe, follow on YouTube, Apple Podcast, or Spotify, as well as social media, TikTok, X, and as well as Instagram too. So don't forget to give a like, a follow, a subscribe, anything, just to, and also I want to say thank you to those who recently have subscribed to the podcast as well. I do greatly appreciate it. As I slowly start growing this podcast and this channel, I do appreciate all those who have subscribed, given the likes, given the comments. I do greatly appreciate it. Just need a little bit of water. But yes, it's also take 2 of recording this episode as well. 16 minutes, I did it, and just the feel of the episode didn't feel right, so I started a new one as well. So that is always the ups and downs of recording episodes too. I'm not usually going live, not at that stage yet to go live for the podcast, but maybe down the road. Maybe I will. I will try to get creative with going live as well. So we'll see how it goes. We hope. We don't know. There's lots of things on the drawing board for this podcast, and it will take time. So please be patient. Please, and thank you to those who have been patient. But yes, it's slowly growing. But to talk about today's episode, like I mentioned, Thursday, I will be doing the preview. But now it's catching up on, listen, we have players back. Players are getting healthy. Licha should be on his way. Hopefully we see Mazraoui getting fit and ready to go on Saturday. Have him be eased back and ready to go. Having players being healthy going into Saturday as well. Rotation. Are we going to see different players? Are we going to see a different lineup? How is Ruben going to attack that? I don't know why I'm asking these questions, especially when I just said episode will be out on Sunday. Episode will be out Thursday for Saturday's game. Just getting my days all mixed up. But yes, that will all come Sunday. But yes, this week as well, players are back, healthy. What we're expecting to Ruben with his press conferences, especially post-game, and now just trying to get everyone focused and ready for this week. And basically just putting the Liverpool game behind us. And yes, that is important. We got the win. Great. We got the 3 points. Perfect. We won it in a fantastic Man United fashion. Yes. But now that is history. Now we have to move on. And that's the one thing too. And that's the one thing Ruben and the organization have been trying to establish is that mentality. And Ruben has been pressing it. Yes. Cool. We've done it, but we have to have the players going into these matches realizing how important they are. And it just can't be Liverpool. It can't be the big 6. It has to be Brighton. It's got to be Tottenham. It's got to be Nottingham Forest. It's got to be Crystal Palace in a couple of weeks. It's got to be all that there. And the mentality is there. It's great to see the positivity of the players. But right now, what we need to see is more. And as the days progress, Ruben's going to be working on each of those players to make sure they're ready. They're ready for the next step. They're ready for the next movement, the next second. They have to be prepared. So United have a lot of work to do still. It's going to take time, and I'm happy with the backings. I'm happy with the positive environment that came out of it. We're seeing it here. I saw the highlight clips of Jamie Carragher talking about how Ruben got his tactics right. He talked about the movement. He talked about just the way the placements, the long ball, how got all of it worked towards Liverpool. We saw that. I saw those clips today because yesterday was Monday Night Football. But yes, we had that. So that's a good thing that we're seeing there. And we're seeing other players too. You're seeing Roy Keane complimenting Bruno, and I saw a lot of people, especially with the game winner. A lot of people were talking about how 99 out of the 100 players are doing a first touch and then launching it. Just how everything worked out well, just boom, boom, and it's in. It's just the way things were. The control, the touch, everything just worked out well for Bruno to get that win. And that's the nature of Bruno. That's the player who he is. And listen, I've been critiquing Bruno. I won't be denying that. That's not a secret. And especially with the talks this summer of the sale, of him potentially going. There's still talks of potential Europe as well. There's rumors of Bayern Munich as well. So that's been coming up. So, you have that there. And yes, Bruno can be Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. He can be all over the place. Sometimes just the discipline is thrown out the door. But, and I gave him his ranking on Sunday after the game, just talking about, the first half and the second half. It was a tale of two different halves with him. So, but the day after seeing the interviews, the players walking through, and you're asking about who the man of the match is and everything, and just the respect that Bruno gets and who he is fantastic. And we saw everyone giving their man of the match, majority giving Harry Maguire, and you're seeing Bruno talking about, what Lenny Euro did, what Mbuemo did, obviously Harry Maguire, Sané Lamens, how he was great. I did laugh a little bit when they were celebrating, and Bruno doing the Harry Maguire impersonation as well. So the environment has been good since then. And listen, as I mentioned, that's great. It's in the past, though. It's a new week. They have to bring it to Brighton this week. So, but yeah, it's today. The next couple of days are a lesson. And again, we as a fan base can't just keep this high. We can keep the positivity up. I'm trying to word it without sounding like an idiot. But we can keep the positivity up, but we can't be soaring to the sun, being like, well, we beat Liverpool and look what we did, and we failed against Brighton. No, we have to be grounded. That's the thing, right? They have to be grounded to go into the next match. They have to realize that Brighton and Liverpool are the same, but they have to be grounded. So, yes, we got the back-to-back. And I mentioned it in my preview last week, going about Liverpool, how when we're looking at it here, when I was looking at it, leading up to it was a sense of how we felt going into the City match. And we know how that match ended, and this one was a different outcome because everything seemed different. The mentality of that game against City wasn't there. The mentality of going into Liverpool was different than that. Don't get me wrong, I'm well aware of the history of the two clubs between either or. They're both derbies. But the mentality seemed different. The players seemed different. And that's a good thing. That's the step in the right direction. And we need to see that on Saturday. So, like I always mention, consistency, discipline, finish. Those are the things I always look for in the game and throughout the season too. Especially the consistency and the discipline. Those are definitely important as well. So, but yeah, like enough about that and everything as well. Transfers have been coming back as well. We're definitely having transfers kicking in. Mason, I saw an article from the Manchester Evening News, especially talking about Mason Greenwood and the sell-on clause to having him come. And some of the players that we have out on loan, you're seeing the value. Now, Rasmus has been injured. He wasn't in the Champions League game today, as well as for a game or two. He wasn't at the Torino match as well. So he's out on injury. Napoli having both their strikers out. Rashford scoring another 2 goals today. Hopefully we can get the bid up high for him to be sold, whether it's to Barcelona or to someone else. I know Barcelona is trying to get the low ball, but if he is scoring all these goals for them, that's huge. That's we can't turn that away for what he is doing. He's playing very well for them. Almost similar to what he did under Ten Hag's first season, but he is playing very well, especially at that high level of stage. So we'll see. I know it's a World Cup year, but hopefully we see continuous Marcus Rashford playing very, very well, especially for the transfer. But yeah, Rasmus injured. Onana's been playing well. You're seeing Mason Greenwood, who's playing very well, and we have the sell-on clause. Haven't heard much about Anthony, and then, like I said, Marcus Rashford. So that's, we have positivities because, again, we have the January transfer coming up. It's almost Halloween. We're almost done October. We just had Canadian Thanksgiving. Like, time flies. Time flies when it's life. It's just flying by. But here we are. But we're near the transfer window and wondering what Man United is going to do. Are we going to have funds? Are we going I know Baliba should be off the table because he's over £100 million. There's Adam Wharton, which he probably won't see until the summer. So are we going to go for other targets? Are we going to go for Premier League proven? Are we going to go for players that are familiar with the system, familiar with what Ruben Amorim wants? So we're going to target the midfield that we are looking for. Are we going to look at another striker, another wing back, maybe another center back? Who knows? And the question is, too, are we going to be re-signing players? Harry Maguire and Casemiro are in talks to re-sign, but United want them to reduce their salary. So no 300K for Casemiro and no 190K for Harry Maguire. And listen, Harry Maguire has been fantastic. And listen, if we can get him a reduction on his salary, that would be great. If we can get a reduction on Casemiro on his salary, fantastic. Lowering the money on the books is good. It is beneficial. But can we get it done? Would I still want them on the team at a reduced salary? Also, if they're understanding that the role is going to be reduced even more with the salary. Like Casemiro won't be a starter because we're going to be having players coming in. He'll need to be on the bench. Same with Harry Maguire, probably similar to what's going on here. Because again, this season, or even so, we have Liga coming back, which will be exciting. Once he's ready, he probably won't be fit until at least December, playing in a game starting, or if not, January, probably. Because it's going to take him a while. He hasn't played a game in almost a year. So that's going to take time. Having him coming back fully fit. We have Luke Shaw. Again, there's going to be a lot of things happening that technically is already happening. We have so many mouths to feed, and so little game time. Like it's a bad thing to have, but also a good thing to have too. But the one thing too is you're going to have rumors flying too that players are not going to be happy with their minutes. Xerxes willing to stay and fight for his minutes. Mainu, I know there's the speculation that he wants to go, but he should be staying and fighting for his minutes too. I know they all want to play and it's the World Cup, but the minutes have to be there. well, for them to get to the World Cup, the minutes have to be there, but the work ethic, the determination, the consistency has to be there for them to get minutes as well. So we'll see. Are we going to buy players to replace those players? What happens when the players go on loan? So do we need another striker? Because when we're looking at it here, when Ruben wants a certain way, he's going to go Mount and Mbeumo and Cunha. If we're playing another, we're going to have Sesko, Cunha, and Mbeumo. So it's from what Ruben's probably going to do, it's always going to be based on who the opponent is and how they play. And he explained why he didn't choose Sesko. He explained why Euro, and he explained these players on why they didn't start. Like, again, the manager plans and sees things differently than what we do. It's not a surprise that he chose those three prior, but But again, like I said, the rotation, everything is good because we're going to be healthy. That's the one thing too. That's the main thing. So when Leach comes back, will he be the starter? Will it be Harry Maguire still lose? Will there be a battle there? Yes. So we'll see. But again, when that transfer window comes, we need a midfielder. We do. We seriously do need a midfielder to help get that there. Because again, going in deep into that game near the end, I did have concerns. I did. Depth would be key, and hopefully Kobe's good to go, and he can start taking more minutes away from Bruno. Not as a bad thing, but as a good thing, because as he maintains his minutes, we have him there. We have a healthy Bruno, especially for a deep run, especially when it comes to March, April, May, depending on where we are on the table, fighting for those positions. Health, like, it is all there. It is. So, like, so we have a lot of work to do. That's like a lot of work to do with the depth rotation. So we just have to be patient with the way things go and with the way Ruben makes those decisions. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy with this season. I'm happy with the direction so far that it's going. It is going to take time. I'm okay with time. I'm okay with patience. I understand what's happening. Listen, Sir Jim has even said it. Amram has preached it. Even Ten Hag prior said it would take time. We had Ralph Rangnick talk about open heart surgery on this club to get things going. And listen, it will take time. It will. We're seeing things, the progress. And I saw the progress last year with the club when Ruben took over. I saw the change. That was easy getting there. You saw one in Europe, and you saw it with certain games in the Prem. And you're seeing it now. And United have been off to a tough start. Arsenal, Chelsea, City, Liverpool in the first, 8 games that we've played? Half of our games have been the teams that have finished in the top 5 last season. The winners of the Champions League, treble winner, we finished second place. We played against the second place team last year in Arsenal. We saw what City's capable of doing. They're not last year's champion, but the previous before. We saw what Liverpool did and just how dominant they were. Chelsea is a very good squad. So, and we're going to be facing some updated, better teams. Brighton is still a good team. We're facing Tottenham in a couple of weeks. We know how well they're playing. They're a lot better than, when I did my preview, when I did my discussion, I always mentioned about it's not just Chelsea, City, Liverpool, Arsenal as our opponents. It's Nottingham Forest. It's Newcastle United. It's Crystal Palace that's been growing. It's been, Brentford, which is not a bad squad, which we just lost to. There are squads that have improved, and we have to compete with them. So it's just patience that we need to have. And that's the important thing. Patience has to be there. So it's going to take time. It will. And we have to build, and we have to realize that every game is important going into it. So let me know what you think. Let me know what needs to be done and all that. So listen, we have a lot of work to do. We do. And we saw good things against Liverpool, but now we have to do it again. We have to play smart, disciplined football, and we have to do it again and again. So, like, it has been a tough start to the season. It really has. So, I'm happy that we were able to play. Like, again, you've seen some good things against the big teams. You've seen some bad things against the big teams. You've seen some horrible things against the teams that we should be beating. So, and that's where it goes back to, like I said, the mental state. The mentality has to continue to be strong. And the one thing, too, is, excuse me about that, when we let that goal in against Liverpool, it didn't destroy us. It didn't. We bounced back. We did what we did, and 5 minutes later we scored with the description I was talking about Bruno and Maguire, and yeah. So can we have that same mentality going into Saturday? I hope so. And the next week after that, and next week after that. Listen, it's not going to be perfect every week. I'm sure if we came out with a draw against Brighton on Saturday, some people are going to be upset that we didn't go for a consistent win. Like, it's going to, yeah. So, I'm going to leave it there for the episode tonight. I'm going to be back on, again, Thursday. I'll be back. But yeah, Thursday I will be back with a new episode talking Brighton, because we have the game on Saturday, so I'll do my preview episode. And then I'll be back after Saturday's game as well to do a wrap up of that game too. So, but yes, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I was a little off the map. I think I might have been a little, I think I felt a little all over the place with this episode. It wouldn't be the first time that I've been all over this place, but the mentality is the biggest thing we have to work on this week. And, we have to be consistent. We have we have many tough opponents to face. So, but we have games that need to be won. So please remember that we have games that need to be won. Every game needs to be won, but we are going to have games where we are going to falter. So, but yes, I'll again, like I said, I'm going to leave it there. Again, repeating again, I'll be back Thursday. Preview against Brighton. No Manchester United women's games this week, as they're on their international break, so they're not back until I think the end of next week. Yes, because we play Brighton this week. They're back next week when they face Brighton. So I'll definitely try to get episodes out for that too. I have been slacking horribly with the women's squad too. So, but yes, I'll be back. So again, enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy Champions League as well. If you've been watching, actually all European competitions going on this week too. I will talk to you guys on Thursday. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.